Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great weekend. I am here spending some time with the kiddos in a local park here in Florida. Let me know if you're watching me live. What are you doing to recharge and really take some time to recalibrate before we head into yet another week in January? It's crazy how quickly things are just moving along, and we're like almost done with the first month of 2026. So, couple of lessons from our week-long masterclass that I just wrapped up last week. I had an opportunity of presenting our frameworks and insight strategies that we use with musicians around the world, showing them how we deploy artificial intelligence to restructure their businesses and to understand what it takes to create a unified brand where you can compellingly share everything that you are able to do for others, right? Oftentimes there are elements of our lives that we seem disjointed, that feel like we're not able to connect them with one another. And so one of my specialties of what I love helping musicians do is understand how to cohesively brand everything they have to offer into one core offer online that they can build a platform around. And when I say a platform, I'm specifically talking about creating a way to share the knowledge from those skills, right? And transfer those in an online way where you can develop initially. I always start with like a program where you can interact with your clients and let them co-create the materials with you, ask you what they need from you, and then over time, little by little, you start building library of recordings and video modules. But the bottom line is that eventually you have your intellectual property productized in an online platform where you can create a variety of access points to that knowledge, whether it's in high-touch online coaching programs or eventually digital products, a combination of free resources, and eventually a variety of entry points, even live events, live experiences, but all based on the extraction of your superpowers, right? Of your super strengths, of the things that you have learned how to solve through blood, sweat, and tears, most of the times through lots of challenges that you may have had to face. So I walked them through how to look at the elements that are needed to better design your brand and to better share your knowledge, and also how to integrate that into artificial intelligence tools. However, I also highlighted why it's important to distinguish using artificial intelligence as the strategic guide versus using artificial intelligence as an amplifier of your strategy. And why is this important? Because when you use AI as an amplifier of your vision, of your design, of your strategy, then you're going to be able to amplify your efforts and shorten the time it takes you to do things from marketing to sales. Eventually, once you have your clients, to curricular development, onboarding your clients, financial management, managing your operations. So many different elements you can use AI strategically once you've cohesively built your brand in the same unified way that I just described, and you're making sure that you have a monetizable offer that is actually giving people results without having to be face-to-face with you, right? Rather than the traditional ways that as musicians we've been taught to work, which is trading time for money, right? Doing one-on-one teachings and things like that. What I've advocated and shared in great detail this week, and by the way, if you're watching me, simply go to the link in my comments. You'll be able to register, and they will get you you'll be able to access all of the replays and binge through them this week, and they're still available until this coming Monday. So if you haven't seen the replays, you can just go to my link or under the comments here and grab the replays, because they are going to help you so much better manage your strategy, right? And this is an important distinction I want to make. Time management is something that is often being discussed in the area of productivity and high performing skills. But here's the problem. If you're just managing your time, but you're gearing it towards the wrong goal, right? If you're just trying to be productive in the wrong plan or placing your ladder on the wrong wall, then all the time management tools in the world are not going to compensate for a flawed system and a flawed plan, right? So one of the things that we covered in great length in our masterclass is how to ensure you're not just getting busy, spinning your wheels, working towards a goal, such as what I see happen all the time. Many music educators come to me and say, Fabiana, I need help getting more clients. I need help with marketing. I need to get better at sales. And I ask them, for what? Like, what is your goal? What do you want to get better at sales for? What do you want to get better at marketing for? And usually the answer is so that I can get more students. more one-on-one students, or so that I can get more gigs, more performances, or so that I can find more clients for production opportunities. All of these outcomes would require them to trade their time for money in a deeper capacity, right? And so that is the mistake that happens all the time. If you're just trying to do more of what you've always done, eventually you're going to hit a ceiling, because once you give all your time away, you won't be able to find any more clients. You won't be able to receive any more income opportunities, and your growth will stall because you've maxed out your time. So rather than thinking you want to just improve your business skills to get more of what you've been doing, you want to make sure that you are strategically designing your offer in a way that is scalable, meaning it doesn't require you to trade your time for money, and also that you can provide global reach. You're not just limited to local in-person clients or to your local zip code or to your local vicinity. But when you build this type of model, when you have an online platform, you can work with clients around the world who can access your knowledge even while you do other things, right? Even while you are working on your creative projects, while you're working on your performances. I mean, all those activities that we do as musicians and creative entrepreneurs are important, right? But they're not intended to be the livelihood source for you to put all your eggs in the basket. Because when you depend 100% on trading your time for money, there will be a moment where you reach a ceiling. It's just simple. So if you're right now in this kind of crossroads, getting into 2026 and looking at, okay, what am I doing wrong here? Why am I just spinning my wheels? Something is missing. Grab the replays of my masterclass. They're free. They're in the link in my bio. Binge through those sessions and check out the ways that you can not only use the online opportunities and tools that are available to package your knowledge more strategically and to scale your expertise ideally through a price point and a model that is more scalable, but also how to use AI, and specifically a custom AI designed specifically for musicians. We've created a very special, customized artificial intelligence that we call Musicians Marketing Maestro that expedites all of these steps from the lens of a musician and for musicians. So if you're curious to know more about how you can binge through all these resources that are free, available to you all throughout this weekend, go to the link in my bio, go to Musicians Profit Masterclass, sign up, and you'll get access to all of the replays so you can binge them, and we can connect from there. Have a great